All right, this is your feedback for your 8.2.1 formative assessment that you took before spring break on Edge Elastic. And two questions that were most missed I want to talk about. If you feel like you know how to do this stuff, you got perfect score, no need to watch this video. Question number 2 was asking you to solve x squared plus 9 equals 0. You all knew to throw the 9 to the other side, and you all knew to take the square root of both sides. Sometimes a few of you that missed this question, I think forgot, that should be plus or minus. Okay, anytime you take the square root of something squared, the other side is plus or minus. So this becomes x equals plus or minus 3i. Okay, if you got it wrong, you were just putting positive 3i. Remember, imaginary numbers always come in pairs, always come in a plus or minus. Okay. Question number 3 asked us to simplify I to the 49th. So before we do that, I actually want to talk about just reminding us a few things. We never want to leave an exponent with an I. If you see an I, it's all good. You can leave it as an I. If you see I squared, by now you guys should know that that simplifies to -1. If you see an I cubed, that's really I squared times I. Well, we just talked about that above. -1 times I or -I. Okay, so I cubed always simplifies to -I. Let's go one more. I to the 4th. Okay, you can think of that as taking the previous one and multiplying it times I, or you can think of it as I squared squared. I squared is just -1. -1 squared is +1. So I to the 4th is always simplified to +1. If I go one more, I to the 5th. I to the 5th is really my last one times I. Well, I to the 4th we just said is 1. 1 times I is just I. And so this cycle is going to continuously repeat. So I to the 1st is always I squared is always -1, I cubed is -I, and I to the 4th is a +1. Okay, so if you keep this in mind, that's going to help you simplify anything. This is a pattern in a group of 4. So if I take the exponent and I divide it by 4, 49 divided by 4 is 12.25. So I'm going to put the 12 there. 4 times 12 is 48, but I need one more, so I'm going to do times I. Okay, the reason that this makes this so simple is because I to the 4th we said is 1. So this is really a 1 to the 12th power times I. Well, 1 to the 12th power is just 1. 1 times I is just I. So when I simplify I to the 49th, I get I. If that strategy is a little bit confusing, visit me this week during office hours so that I can hopefully talk you through one or two of those.